Okay, this is 416 Wellesley Heights, Charlotte, North Carolina. It's boarded up. Right next to it is 418. Looks like it's a duplex. Both sides are boarded up, and so now we'll just walk around the house. This is the street. This is the street view for 416 Wellesley Heights in Charlotte, and so there's looks like pretty decent activity on the block, and this is what the street looks like. Across the street, it looks like some industrial office space construction. So it'll give you a sense of the street. And then again, this is the subject property. This is the inside of the subject property, 418 Wellesley Heights in Charlotte. Looks like haul out has been done. This house looks like it had, yeah, definitely fire damage. So you can tell on the beams here signs of fire. Looks like the demo's been completed and the haul out. Looks like signs of a lot of insect damage. Okay, so this is the main floor, and there's a service panel. Not much to it. Okay. This house definitely is a total gut. Needs absolutely everything. And I'm going to turn the camera off now and just take a look at the structure. Okay, this is the rear of the subject property, and take a look inside underneath. The main structural supports on the rear of the house have been heavily infested with termites and rot. Take a look here at the base plate. You can see it's significantly eroded with termites. Let me zoom in close here so you can see the post. Now, what looks like has happened here is that there's temporary supports that have been constructed, holding up the back of the house. The far post also has significant termite damage. But so anyway, this is the rear view of the house. Let me get a little further away. Okay, here's a better view of the rear of the house. Let me just shine it up and across for you. Okay, now take a look here as we go across the back. It looks like it's an opening for a garage. On the back of the house, it's been shored up. Now there is a main support beam that runs across underneath, and underneath the main support beam, it looks like they placed a pillar. And from what this looks like to me, is there's a jack here, and it looks like they attempted to jack up this side of the house, and part of the main support beam, it looks like fell apart or came apart because it's kind of jury-rigged here. Now you can see where there's a lot of new construction that runs right alongside of the of the older construction. I don't know if this was done according to an engineer's plan. I would hope that it has been. There's some goofy things over here. Yeah, see, this doesn't look like it was properly installed. Now, the one thing that we don't know is the full extent that the termites have invaded the structure. Let me see if I can show you this side of the main support truss. You can see how it's hanging, and then it's been secured over on the side of the garage. Again, this is the opposite side of the garage, and you can see new construction against old construction. I don't know if this is if this support is to code, where there's an old beam and good grief, it looks like the studs have been cut apart to accommodate the pre-existing beam. So I doubt there's much structural integrity in those studs that are there. Subject property is 2120 West Trade, and there's a sign on the front that says, posted by City of Charlotte, unsafe to enter. Taking a look up at the roof line, it does look like there's some bowing taking place from the one side to from the left to the right. So we'll inspect inside and see. Street looks like a nice residential street. Here's a rehab property that's almost completed on the corner. And then here's the street view going in the other direction. So property updates have been completed. Looks like a nice little neighborhood. Okay, here's a rear view of the property at 2120 West Trade. Okay, this is looking inside 2120 West Trade from the rear entrance. This is an interior on the second level of 2120 West Trade, and what's evident here is that the floors are definitely uneven, and that's also the same on the main level, which makes me think there's something going on with the structural support from underneath. It's a crawl space that's underneath, so there's without crawling on my hands and knees to get inside and underneath it, I can't inspect underneath the crawl space. Okay, so that's the here's a major sag